I've had my mic muted for over an hour. Okay, well. Oh my god. I muted it earlier when I had the, oh, look at this. Look at this beautiful waiting for stream thing that I set up. It's a little animation that I made. And I muted my mic, because, you know, you want to make sure you don't have a hot mic whenever possible. It's off, Mona. You win. Okay. Mid-plane. We're going, I think that was D1, so we'll call this D1 at sketch 9. That's very disappointing. Hang on, this is sketch 9, right? Oh, that's D3 at sketch 9. My bad. It turns out I had my mic muted for the last hour. That's what I did. But quick overview since you're here. We've got the original model, which is going to be slightly busted because... Oh no, I forgot I dragged it all the way in. But it has all the features and stuff, all that nice shiny feature. And I'm just slowly kind of going through, adding things as I think of them from my design idea on that model over to this one, which will be flat, including meaninglessly cutting holes in things that are way too deep, because I can't remember what I named my dimensions. I cannot believe I did that for... So what kind of day it is? I went to Burger Master and got a burger, and... or a burger and a malt, and I couldn't find the straw because it was in my bag, and a lady next to me pointed it out to me where the straw was. So, yeah, it's good times. Okay, so we got one side, we got our other side, we got all our sides in between. Boink, boink, boink. Okay. Failed to create fillet. Why'd it work over the other one? I ask you, SolidWorks, why? Oh, it's only 2 millimeters wide. Dumb. Skeletonizing. Yep. This is a music stream now. I think my mic's up a little bit much. Whatever. Sincerest apologies to anyone who was very surprised by the noisiness of my voice when I turned it on. Hang on, why are you doing that? Oh, because I did a big dump. I don't want to offset from that guy. I want to come up to this sketch and go, yes please, give me this edge, convert. Drag that out. That way it'll properly offset into those. Okay. Fillet. I have done that, yes. Is it still gonna fail? No, it doesn't like me. Okay, regular fillets. One. I'm gonna clear out these selections. Just hang on. Did I disable tangent propagation? I just want to give me tangent edges, damn it. Whoops. Oh. Yeah. Good times. Select tangent. Alright. Sick. So this is kind of the pocket shape I had before. And if I add that there, that won't be too busted. And then it'll form a nice little pocket for the hex key, which I'll need to find some way to retain, which I think I can do with a little sort of nubbin. Actually, let's come back here and get this guy down a little. Make this a little bit longer. Oh, what am I doing? I have the hex key and calipers right here. I can figure out exactly what the dimensions are. Come on. Alright. Magic hex key. That's going to go into this hex key shape slot. Magic calipers. Mona, if you're still watching, you're the only person that mentioned that. I've had like I've had like 6 other people come and view this, and none of them have bothered to inform me of my misdeeds. So it looks like we are 17 millimeters here. Here's a thing I can do. This guy's gonna come. Oh, is that still okay? I want to make this guy vertical. Whoops. 2, please. We're looking at this sketch. We'll hide the body for a sec. Just for a sec, we're going to hide the body. And we'll set that, say, 3 millimeters back. And make this only as long as it needs to be. Reshow body. And now what I'm going to do is my super sneaky trick, which is a revolved cut on this plane from the backside. And we're going to go boop, 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 do, 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 do. I'm going to make a little finger cutout thing. Hang on, am I doing this right? Up for printing, I think it's just going to be upright as is. So hit 7, upright will be like this, for sure. I've had surprisingly good success. Like if you just print at, say, 45 degrees, then you're never moving the head all that much in a way that's going to try and knock it off the bed. I might add a raft if it really needed it, but or if I wanted to get really silly, I could print with this. I could print on the backside, and that would probably also work fine. It would just make some interesting artifacts around this area. So I got this midplane here. Let's put that coincident. We'll make this 9 millimeters. Do a quick axis up here. What is that coincident with? I don't know what you're coincident with, but I want you to be coincident with it. Yes. What do you mean self sketch is open? No, it isn't. Oh, hang on. There's already a line there. I'm dumb. I already made a line. Smart. Okay. Axis revolution. This one, please. Whoops. Not up to surface. Blind. All the way around. Take that axis. Cut revolve. And it's too big. Oh no. What if I did kind of a... Oh, I know what I can do. We'll do a sketch on this plane. And I'm going to have to add a cut plane to actually see what I'm doing. I can do... I think I'm going to have to adjust how far into the part it is. But I can do this. Quick, make that tangent, which isn't very nice, but it works. Add an edge back here as the revolution axis. I think I want this to be vertical at that point. Then I just have to kind of guess how far back I want this to come. Well, that's not right. I don't want that dimension that way. So let's call that 10 for now. Seems fine. Oh, I need to define this as being some distance below this surface. Let's go with 2 millimeters. Let's see how that works. Features, revolved cut. We're still a little bit close, so let's remove this guy and adjust depth of this plane to like 3.5. That's going to keep that nice and tidy and in there, I think. Maybe it's going to need some fit adjustment, but it probably won't. And it'll make it nice and easy to grab, too. Might even be too easy to remove. Should be worrisome. I can always fix that by just making this a hair thinner. Whoa. I think that's all I really want to do for tonight. I realize that oh man, I'm not even gonna be able to publish this stream. I should probably just lock it afterwards. Oh, that's so dumb. Okay, so this is gonna be the 2 hex cut midplane. 2 hex midplane cut. And this is the hex socket cut. Seems fine. And then this is the, oh, call it the hex pocket, not the hex socket. And this guy is the hex key finger access. Cut. And these are all hex pocket features. Redone the whole hour. Oh god, I'm not even recording this. I'd have to do it while watching the YouTube stream and just live figuring out what it was I was talking about. That'd be kind of nice. That could be amusing, at least. It'd be like the narration in Valve games, where Gabe Newell will explain what's happening in the game as it happens. Like, even if the voice person is doing something. Somebody's out of stuff to do on the internet. I'm gonna go bother him into joining my stream. Okay, I think that's really most of the entities that I wanted to add to this. With the notable exception, he says, remembering that he forgot something, of the... Whoops, not offset, translate. These guys are going to come down. Let's make it... let's say like 30 mils? 40 mils? I'm a little worried that that's going to be... What was it like over in these ones? Are they floppy? No. Bum, 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 bum. I think maybe this guy has to come off a little more, like 1.8. Which narrows those up, but I think that's okay. So let's see what chamfers here now look like. Oops, let's do 1 millimeter. And equidistant too. Select tangency. Select tangency. The reason I'm moving my mouse around like that is because normally when you select an item, you see that green check mark? I can't move my mouse very much, but that green check mark, if I right click normally to get to a context menu, it will assume that I'm done with the feature, but I'm not. I just want to right click things. Curses. Let's see what is... Oh god, I forgot. You can't change a chamfer to another type of chamfer. It's very annoying. So let's try this sort of diameter one. And we'll call that select tangency, select tangency, select tangency, and select tangency. That is actually kind of a big chamfer. 0.5. So that'd be a 0.5 radius fillet. What about a 0.4 radius fillet in chamfer form? That looks okay, actually. I like that. It's got a good vibe. Ugh. The other thing that I have to do is I gotta make a cutout between these two guys, so we will do that. Extrude cut from the front plane. We'll do a quick visibility of this sketch. We're still on the front plane, so we're gonna do yep, okay, vertical. Make that tangent. And make this guy... It only needs to be like... It doesn't need to be very deep at all, it just... Actually, it doesn't have to be... It doesn't even have to be there, because those cutouts will naturally come back to center line. Go vertical. Vertical. Oops. And midpoint. And that cut extrude is going to be a thin feature. 2 direction. Whoops. Hang on. What is it doing? I don't understand what it's doing. Oh, midplane. 5 millimeters is probably fine. Blind, midplane, 8 millimeters. Whoops, that's wrong. That's really wrong. Way too thick. Oh, direction 2 is through all. I want just midplane, please. Thank you. There we go. That looks nice. We chucked some quick all-face fillets in there. Or full rounds, rather. Boink. You failed a great fillet. Bite me. You know what? I should make this not vertical between these. I should do this. I should do this way. In this extra screwy and unnecessary way. Is this gonna work? No, it won't, because I need to be some distance off. So I need to come actually down from this surface here. Oh, that's just tangent rather than piercing. Pierce constraints are super handy because it can tell you to put sketch points exactly in space, because you know they're on one plane and they're intersecting with something else, and so it can really nicely define your stuff. You can nicely define your stuff. Something. That's where I'm at right now. And then the midplane's gonna break, so I need to undo this thin feature midplane and change it back to a one direction. And we'll add, I think it's gone the wrong way. There we go, yeah. So now it'll fan out and just make that gross and awful. No. How did I do this last time? Swept cut. I did this with a swept cut. Undo all this ugliness. Do you want those verticals there? Okay, give me back my verticals, exit sketch, get rid of this cut extrude thin that makes it super awful. One swept cut with a circular profile. Circular profile, 10 millimeter diameter. Is probably unnecessary, but I'm just going to leave this 10 millimeters. Nice! And now we have a nice big cavity to run our wires through. And that should be perfectly adequate for holding stuff in. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna make this a little bigger. 2.2. I want to say like 5.5 in diameter, so I should be able to go to 2.5. And it'll get really narrow, which is what I want, I think. 5 millimeters, does that look okay? How about 7 millimeters? That looks fine. Do a quick view from the side, actually. See how things are looking. So we got our two cavities for the wire. We got our cavity for the TS100. We got two more cavities for tips. That actually looks not bad. If I wanted to print with this face flat, it would be problematic for me to add reinforcement up on these. But since I don't, it probably isn't necessary. I guess, at least in terms of lessons learned tonight, I know to never mute my mic, because I'll definitely forget to turn it back on. Let's tweak these chamfers a little more. Select tangency. Select tangency. Select tangency. Select tangency, and boink. Now we've got some nice chamfers in there. Just because they look nice, I guess. They might print nice too. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go take a look at how this thing would print. So fire up Cura in the background here. We'll save this guy as an STL. Boink. Yes, just the one body. Thanks. Did tell Cura to start, right? So it's just taking ages. Oh, there it is. And that means we're gonna have another one here very shortly. Hip Flask STL. Whoops. R to rotate. And what do we look like here? This one's going to have a lot of curved edges, which is going to make it take ages, but not much you can do about that. Well, 7 hours, not so bad. And I still have it configured with the wrong PLA. Current changes speed print over 2. One of the things I tried on the print recently was cranking the acceleration way down. So if I didn't let it accelerate quite as hard, it didn't seem to shake the print around, and it didn't have issues with bed wobble. by the time it started to layer, and so it had a lot more consistent layers, which was nice. That's interesting. Why does that guy get to be? What? Why is there empty... Oh, that's too close. Oh, that's frustrating. Whoops. Okay, so these guys need to come up a little bit. I don't think the cable's even that long anyway, so they can probably come up to like 30 mils. Right, 30. And then see where... Okay, so that's why we check. I mean, I would have caught that eventually, because when you go to print it, you have to check that geometry, but that's the reason why we check. Okay, rotate, he rotate, he slice. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know what, hang on, cancel. Print acceleration 300. Travel acceleration 300. Well, nah, that's fine. Update profile with changes. How far into this am I? Wow, hour and a half. Where does the time go? Okay, processing, previewing. Oh, I'm in the large. Oh, God. Keep slicing things with the wrong profile today. So it's going to take a lot more than 7 hours. Throwing it. Yeah, that's the thing, is I don't mind. I'm sure the additional speed would be nice. The speed and the strength, but I can tend to get mine playing pretty nice even with see, that's a really useless. Why did it do that? Why did it do that ugly little support Garbo thing there? It's going to be mostly bridging anyway, so you don't even really need that. You should turn off supports for this one. Do not generate support. 4 minutes, really? Or 4 hours? Oh, hang on. It's not generating infill now either. Or good profile, no infill skin. Oh, I'm just hella dumb. I keep picking the wrong dang profile. Okay, 300. Update with changes. Go to support. Do not generate support. Slice. Hopefully this time it'll be the right profile. It's like, wow, 4 hours. That's so fast. Yeah, it is. Because it's not printing like 3/4 of the mass of the part. Oh, 10 hours on the mark. All right. So let's zoom in here and see what these guys look like. Somebody texting me again. Some random internet. Okay, so we have some minor like extensions, a little bit of air printing, but we're building on the layer beneath for the majority of that. And it's at 45 degrees, so it's still going to be printable. And then it's got this sort of interesting bridgey bit right here, but that should print okay, I think. Layer 420. Let's come down and look at these guys. Looks like it's just printing these extra slow because they're within my minimum feature size, which is good. I want those to be nice. No reason not to have it be nice. And it's got plenty of adhesive area too, so it shouldn't fall off, I hope. Just embarrassing to fulfill it there. Oh, the music stopped. Pour it full of epoxy. uh, maybe. I think the problem with that particular profile is that it doesn't print anything to connect them either. So all those bottoms would just drop off into the void, and it would be empty in the bottom, which would be, or it would just be voids into the bottom. Oh man. By and large, though, I'm pretty happy with this. It certainly needs refinement. And this being like, what, I'm at the hour and 40 mark, roughly. Um, really only minor changes need to be added, and then I think it'll be good to go. Looks like it's slicing in a sensible place, or doing the splitting rather. It's probably doing it on the ends. Yep, you can see right there, it's cutting the profiles on the ends, which is great. Exactly what it should do. I want to go see how far I move those faces. Ugh, on the carrier. I did it on these ones. Actually, I could just look at the physical thing in front of me. Ooh, wow, they actually fill up most of that space. Oh, but the DC barrel gives quite a bit of leeway. And I also have a lot of leeway on these. So when I did this move face, which I think is how I did it. Oh, I did do it with 40. Nuts. Nuts. That's super not good. Oh. Nuts. But it looks like maybe I don't need that much. Oh, it's gonna be really close. I think I can get away with maybe 35. Let's see how close that brings it. Let's do it quick. Oh, it's not going to let me section there easily, so I have to do it this way. We come down to... Okay, so they're like in cahoots, in proximity. Whoops, why does that go down by 10 at a time? 3, okay, so they're proximal, but I think it'd work. So we'll just try that. I'm also going to edit this feature and make these chamfers continuous, because it's bothering me that they aren't. There we go. Okay. Nice and clean. Yeah, let's see how that looks like in the slicer now. Whoops. Still hip flask. Yep, yes please. Delete this guy. Pull in our article again. It still flips it upside down the wrong way. My guess is it's gonna get close enough to do really interesting things with the skin, but it probably won't get close enough to trigger the small feature and then the hole through the surface. I hope, anyway. It's all up in the air. So we come down to these layers. Okay, so we're doing skin on top of that hole, but we're never... Okay, we always have like 0.8 millimeters, roughly. No, 1.2 millimeters even. In plane, and then maybe 0.8 to 1 millimeters between those surfaces. We come and look at the cross section here from the right plane. Bring this over until we're roughly on center line with, say, this guy. Come in here and say, get a better idea of how close these are to each other. Yeah, roughly 0.8 millimeters. That's fine. That's close enough for the girls I go out with. Oh, that looks ugly. That looks horrendous. 2 out of 10. Oh, don't like that. Super don't like that. Can switch to a fillet. Still looks ugly. Ugh. Wow. But you can't change it to a different type of chamfer. How rude. I think I can select loops though. Yeah, let's try come up here and do this chamfer operation in a slightly different fashion. Distance. Select loop. It wasn't the loop I expected it to pick, but okay. Select loop. Actually, don't select loop. I guess selecting tangent is fine. Because what I really actually care about, for really no good reason, is making sure that the chamfer looks right and lines up in the model at a scale that no one will ever care about. See, look, it does it here too. Just inexplicable. Beyond my ability to explain. Oh, that busted it. Oh, maybe it didn't. Can I, is that in the history? Can I like undo the, undo, yeah, okay. Undo, change that back to that style of chamfer. That looks fine, honestly. I'm being nitpicky if I want it to be different. Because, like, this little edge right here is dumb, objectively. But it doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things. Okay. I can't think of anything else that I really want to do for this model, so thank you to... Wow, I've got 4 people watching now. Thank you, 4 people who have decided to come and watch me. I don't do this regularly. This is, I mean, it's ostensibly a side gig. Mostly my objective is if people come here and they learn something useful about SolidWorks, then I've done my job. I'm happy. And this fillet, I'm going to make 0.8 for no real reason other than because it makes that a little safer to compute. It gives me a flat surface down there and reasons. I don't have to tell you. Yeah, that looks good. I don't have to go, now that this is in my own SolidWorks, I can actually share this with people, so I'll probably, if anyone's curious, this might go up on Thingiverse or something, and I'll put a link to a tip jar. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to go find something to energize me, which probably is going to be a beer, which won't help, and have the rest of my evening. Thanks for watching. Bye. Wink.